Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, March 6th, 2025. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is simple. We want to help you become a profitable currency trader. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our simple but powerful proprietary trading indicators. And purpose of this morning's session is to show you how simple and powerful they are, so that you can make your own evaluation as to whether these would work for you. But we are so confident in how well they work that once we've trained you, we will let you trade with our money and split what you make. So it's a win-win for both of us, and it shows our confidence in the indicators. But you need to do your part too. You need to be coachable, and you need to, have a strong why. And you'll, if you do sign up, that'll be one of the things we're asking you is what's your why? Because we want to work with people. We've got limited resources. We want to work with people who are interested in changing their financial trajectory. All right. So with that, let's see what we've got this morning. We first need to listen to this guy, and then we will get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We coach with a number of different tools. We've got videos, an extensive library that breaks things down step by step. We've got group training sessions. We have these live webinars where we are very transparent and stepping up and showing you how the indicators work. We have a dozen different trade strategies, and on these live trades, I do 3 a week. An experienced trader comes online and then kind of walks you through their thought process of how they're doing what they're doing. And by watching them and listening to them and copying them, you get better. I do 3 a week, Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30. Monday afternoon, so long as it's not a holiday, on 3:30. Every evening around 4:15, I also send out a trade setup. It's based on a different strategy. I include a little video so you can see how I did it. But every day when you become a member, live trades in the morning at 10 a.m., live trades in the evening at 6 p.m., and then what I think differentiates us from other places to train or other places to try to learn currency trading is that we have live group sessions where you can come. We're constantly reviewing the fundamentals and working on the fundamentals so that not only do you get good, but you stay good. Anybody who's good at something continues to practice at it every day, even though they're good. So we've got kind of have the same philosophy. And then, some people we recognize have limited time available. So our system is set up that we can send you trade setups. Once you develop a trade strategy that you like, that we can send you a notice that, hey, this trade strategy is there, so you don't have to sit in front of the screen all day to figure it out. I trade about an hour to 90 minutes a day, unless the other day I spent a little bit more time because I had a couple losses and wanted to work through the losses to get back to break even. But basically an hour a day, 90 minutes a day, and it's been terrific for me. I like to work off of a schedule or a checklist and just make sure I don't forget anything. Every morning I like to refresh my green charts, keeps the memory, clears out the memory, keeps it fast, picks up any updates they might have done. One of the skills of a terrific trader is that they do pay attention when they make a bad trade. They go back and try to figure out why, and the more whys we can figure out, the better we'll be. And with our simulator, you can go back in time and look at a specific trade and see why it didn't go well. And the other day, on Monday, we actually took 2 losing trades. I'm just going to go back for one of them so that we can still have some time to find a good trade. But here we use a strategy that we were using. We're going to be using today on the Euro Swiss franc. So let's go back and take a look at what we were looking at and see if we can figure out what we might have done wrong. So with this strategy, there are 3 parts of the chart. Well, let me step back even one step further. So I've gone back to the 4th, which was Tuesday at 6:55 in the morning, right before 7. And this is what we were looking at. Now, this signal, there's 3 parts of the chart and 3 things we're looking for. One, that we're oversold and all the lines are going up, which they are. We've got the double cross. The green is crossed over and the gray is crossed over the black. And we've got a better than 45-degree angle on the green line of the major indicator. So we got all 4 points here. We jumped up to our TNTs, 2 orange lines going up, supporting the buy, dotted blue coming down, supporting the buy. So we've got 3 out of 4. We've got kind of weak down pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the lines, but the green line is on top, so that counts as a point. So 1 point, 4 points, 3 points. We've got 8 points here. Then we do a confirmation by looking at what's going on the 2-hour chart and the 4-hour chart. And basically, I want both of these to be oversold, and they both are. In this case, they're going up, going up. So, and the reason I want these oversold is there's less of a chance that we'll get stopped out. Because if for some reason this weakens on the 1-hour chart, we'll pick the trade up off of the 2-hour chart or the 4-hour chart. It will just take a little bit longer for it to happen. And I'm interested in getting in and getting out within 1 to 3 hours. So let's move ahead 1 hour at a time and see what happens. So we move ahead. So this brings us right up to 7 o'clock. Move ahead another hour. And there was some news, or there was something that happened that caused a big drop. And this drop stopped us out. Everything turned down. Now, normally, when we get something like this, our stop loss has enough bandwidth in it, so we're not going to get stopped out. But on this trade, we were only taking 8 pips, which normally I'm not going to take a trade for less than 10 pips. So probably shouldn't have taken the trade because we wanted to catch. We were trading against the trend, and we wanted to catch this candle. And so because we had that smaller take profit, our stop loss was smaller. We got stopped out. But then if we keep going forward, all right, it turned. Let's see here. Came back down, going up. Didn't quite hit here. Still a little shy. And then it broke through. So we did get the move we wanted. We went from oversold to overbought. And it happened in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. So we did get the move, but it's probably because it was because our stop loss was a little too small. If there was enough, if the stop loss was a little wider, we could have gotten it, and we were trading against the trend. So we weren't going for a big take profit. So the signal was good. If I were to do it again, probably would have just passed because it wasn't enough profit in there. And had there been, say, 10, 11 pips, we wouldn't have got stopped out. That 30 pips would have been enough not to get us stopped out. All right, so with that, let us go and see what we've got. Well, actually, we've got 2 more things that we need to do. Let's go back to the checklist real quick. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. So what I want to know, not on the news. So what I want to know is what news events are coming up so that I can trade around them. And the place that I get that is, or the place I like to look is forexfactory.com. Forex Factory breaks news down into 3 categories: yellow, which is low impact. I ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact. I also ignore these, but depending on what your risk tolerance is, you may want to pay attention to them. And then red, which is high impact. These high impact things. Now, I hate these all day things because it's hard not to trade all day. There's a summit in Europe. I generally ignore the all day things. But that being said, I have been burned. I'm trying to remember. It wasn't within the last month or 2. There was like an all day thing on something on the U.S. dollar, and I think Trump spoke, and it caused a move. But this morning at 8:15, we've got news on interest rates in Europe, monetary policy statement in Europe, and then on the USD at 8:30, we've got unemployment claims. And then back at 8:45, they're going to have a press conference to talk about what was announced on these 2 things. So I don't like to trade within the 2-hour window before these events because what happens is sometimes some of this information, this information is already published. They already know what they're going to say, and people who are connected can get the information and trade on it. And then it can cause a whiplash before the indicator can pick it up and get stopped out. So I just don't trade it. So we're going to skip trading the euro this morning and the USD this morning. So with that, let's kind of jump in and see what we have. And I'll go over the strategy. As I said, we've got a dozen different strategies. And when we train someone, we customize a trade plan based around their availability to trade and their risk and other preferences. This chart I'm going to trade off of is something called the Light 6 Major. It is a composite chart. It's showing me 6 different currency pairs. In this case, they're all US based on a 1-hour time frame. which means this candle has 1 hour's worth of information in it. These lines have 1 hour's worth of information in it. And typically on a 1 hour chart, you can get in and get out within 1 to 3 hours. And the trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot tends to be around 11 pips. If it doesn't have 11, generally I'm not interested. So here on the Australian dollar USD, I start with the middle part of the chart, which is the what we call the majors and the minors. This red and green line is the major indicator. Black and gray is the minor indicator. The horizontal red line is the oversold line. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So I am looking for situations where we say are overbought and the lines are coming down, and I want to kind of ride it through the channel. You can see a bunch of red candles. Or we are oversold and the lines are going up, and again I want to ride it up through the channel. So here we're oversold, everybody's sideways. So when we're down here, I want them all going up. When we're up here, I want them all going down. Here we're in the middle of the channel. I know we're not going to trade the Euro or USD, but I still want to go through and see if we see what a good setup looks like. Normally, because it's the Euro USD, I might trade this turn. On other currency pairs, I really want us to start down here and it have turned up. But I've made money trading turns within the channel on the Euro USD, but we're not going to do that today. Pound dollar, not everybody's going up. The red line is sideways, oversold. Overbought US Canadian dollar, everybody's going up. So here's a case where you can see we were it started to go down and it turned. And on that turn, 17 pips in 2 hours. So here's a case where you could take a buy and it's overbought. It's not a trade I would take, but depending on your trade plan, you could. I don't like taking buys when we're overbought on a 1 hour chart because I don't want to get caught when it turns and comes back down. Dollar Swiss franc oversold sideways. Dollar yen oversold. Everybody's going up. We've got the double cross. The green line is crossed over the red. The gray line's crossed over the black. And the steepness on the green line, which is the fourth thing I look for, is a little bit better than 45 degrees. So I've got all 4 points here. Only thing I don't like is that we are, I prefer to have the green line a little closer to entering the channel, but this is acceptable. 2 orange lines going up, supporting the buy signal here. The blue lines are inversely related. The dotted blue and thick blue are coming down, so that's telling me buy. So all 4 here are telling me buy. When I have all 3 sections of the chart agreeing, that's a high probability trade because each of these are measuring something different. So when the 3 different measures say, hey, there's a buy or a sell here, that's something I want to pay attention to. Here I've got down pressure. The lines are going down, but the green line is crossed over and is kind of pulling away from the red line. So that's a point. So what I would normally do when I'd see this is I would jump over to, I put up a clean chart. So that was USD JPY. And I'd want to confirm that we were oversold on the 2 hour chart and oversold on the 4 hour chart. So with both of these, I would probably take this buy. But we're not going to take this buy because we got news coming up at 8:30, which is an hour and a half away. So let's keep looking on some non-USD pairs. So I've cloned this chart and I've got 6 more pairs that are non-USD. Euro pound, Overbought, everybody's going down. I don't really have the double cross here. The red line isn't crossed over the green line, and it's at points it's flashing horizontal. Here it's kind of crossing over, but we're not going to trade it. So we've got, so now here we get the steepness. It is crossing over now. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up. So 3 of the 4. We've got up pressure with red on top. So I've got everything I want here, but we're not going to trade the euro because of the news item. Oversold. We don't have everybody going up. The miners are sideways. I want everybody to agree. Euro Canadian dollar. We've got everybody going up, but it turned midway through the channel. I generally don't take turns unless it's on the Euro USD. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar oversold. Everybody's going up, but the slope of the green line is less than 45 degrees. So we're going to pass. Pound yen. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Greens on top, grays on top. And I don't think the slope of this is on the green line is greater than 45 degrees. It's a little less than 45 degrees. I want this to be greater than 45 degrees. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines coming down. So we've got all 4 here, but the green line hasn't crossed over yet here. So this doesn't make the cut, and this doesn't make the cut. Euro Australian dollar overbought. Everybody's going up, so nothing there. So again, I've cloned. We've got 6 more pairs. Canadian dollar, yen, disagreement between the majors and minors. Euro New Zealand dollar. Majors just touched oversold. Everybody's going up. The red line is kind of horizontal. It keeps flipping back and forth. All right, let's say we give it to this. We've got the 4. Thick orange is going up. 2 blues are coming down, so 3 of the 4. But we only have sideways pressure. Red is going up, green is going down, and red is on top. I want either both going up or I want the green on top. So nothing there. Pound New Zealand dollar, oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Greens on top, grays on top. Steepness here is a little bit better than 45 degrees or just at 45 degrees. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down, so 3 of the 4 here, but down pressure with red on top. I want either up pressure or green on top, so we still don't quite have it there. What I'm looking for are trades that have a high probability of moving the direction I want, and I'm more likely to get that when all 3 of these agree. Pound New Zealand, oversold. Steepness isn't good enough on the green line here. Plus, it's evening in both of these markets. I want one of these markets when I'm trading on a day chart. I want one of these markets to be active. Gold USD. This is probably the nicest setup we've seen this morning. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Greens on top. Grays on top. Green line has got good steepness in it, and it's got a kink in it where it's going from less steep to more steep. Green line is just entering the channel. So I like everything here. 2 orange lines going up, telling me buy. Dotted blue coming down, telling me buy. So 3 of the 4. And I have got the green lines crossed over here. Our issue is it's on the dollar, and we get that news on the dollar. But this is a nice setup. Actually, just for the heck of it, let's see what the 2 hour is showing us. Was it XAU? Oh, what is it? XU. XAU. XA. Oh, there it is. Oversold and just oversold. So it meets the confirmation, but again, because of the news, we're going to pass. So here is a fourth set of 6 Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We touched oversold. Everybody's going up, double cross. Good steepness on the green line. My only hesitancy here is that the green line is more past the halfway mark. I don't mind if the miners are past the halfway mark, but I want to have enough left to catch the move. And this is a little bit too much for me. And 2 orange lines going up, thick blue coming down, 3. And we have up pressure, both lines going up. But I'm going to pass because we're past the halfway mark on the green. Yen's Swiss franc yen. All right, so we're at the halfway mark. So we've got all 4 here. Oversold, going up, double cross, green line's got good steepness on it. The orange line is going up. Oh, we don't have, we only have 2 here. Thin orange is going up and thick blue is coming down. The thick orange is sideways. If this was sideways and this was at 10, I might consider it, but we're going to pass. Euro yen. Oversold, everybody's going up. Double cross. I don't like that we've been hanging out, that the majors have been hanging out down here for a while. They go up a little bit, down a little bit. And the green line is so far away from entering. And we're border. I'm not sure we have 45 degrees here. So I'm going to pass. Plus, we don't have the pressure. Majors going down. Oversold, everybody's going down. Oversold, everybody's going down. I'm going to switch gears real quick and use another trade strategy. It's called the thick orange line. You can take it when there's less than 5 minutes left in the hour. There's just about a minute and a half left. I'm looking for this to be 10 or 0 when the orange line is extended on either direction. So 7 isn't close enough. 9 is close enough. 9 is close enough. But I want my confirmation is the red line needs to be up here. So I've got part 1, but not part 2. 10. 10 is telling me it's extended. When this is extended, that means it doesn't think there's any more up in the move. So I can take a 5 pip sell. But my red line is down here telling me there's more up in the move. So I don't have agreement. 7 isn't close enough. 5 isn't close enough. I know I'm going a little fast here. 10, yes, but my red line doesn't agree. 8's not close enough. 10, yes, but my red line doesn't agree. 10, yes, but my red line doesn't agree. Let's go to the next group. We got 40 seconds. 10, yes, but my red line doesn't agree. 9, yes, red line doesn't agree. And then we're not going to have anything on the USD because of the news. 10, no. 9. This is actually, we've got the signal here. 9.4 is within 1 of 10, and the red line is above the blue line. So this is worth a 5 pip sell, but we're not going to take it because, let's just see for real quick if we were to take it. So 63 to 6347 to 6359 maybe. And normally some traders wait till the hour changes and they want to see this number change by 1, and it did. And what happens is, you can think of it as like you're pulling a rubber band. When this is up at 10 and this is above the red line is above the blue line. And when the candle changes, it's like letting go of the rubber band. There's a little snap, and it's usually good for 5 pips. But again, we'd rather be safe than sorry. There's news coming up. We don't want to get stuck holding this and there be some sort of whiplash. All right. Thank you for joining me this morning. If you want to learn to trade, the best way to do it is find somebody who's good at it. We are. And we show you that every day by coming online and sending out trade setups and trade alerts and getting them to teach you. And we will. It's a win-win for us. When we have a bunch of people trading our money, and they're all attempting to optimize their returns, it provides greater return for us on the money. And for you, you've got a mentor, you've got somebody you can ask questions to. You've got somebody who's kind of acting as a safety net, because if you start to draw down the account, we're going to step in and give you some help. All right. Have a terrific day. We'll see you this afternoon when I send out the overnight trade. Any questions, go to the website and schedule some time with me. All right. Bye-bye.